Hello and welcome to Light Body Radio. I am your host, Dr. Lara May. I am a clinical pharmacist, Reiki master, and intuitive integrative health coach. As a health coach, I provide a safe, supportive process for aligning your dreams with your intentions. I will guide you to take small right action toward reaching your goals every week. Let's turn your vision into your reality today. Hello and welcome everybody. Dr. Lara May here. I hope you all had a magical summer solstice and full moon, and I hope you all are looking forward to a fun and safe 4th of July if you're here in the US. Today I want to talk about toxic people, toxic relationships, and energy vampires. I'm going to help you learn how to spot them and what to do about them. I'm going to give you some practical ways to deal with and remove them first. And then also we're going to go into the fun energetic tools that I like to use, and some that I don't use but that are also available to you if they resonate with you. And then I'm going to take you through a golden light of protection visualization. So there's a lot to go over today. I hope you're ready and eager and that you'll really resonate with this topic. So let's get started. So first off, toxic people. I know we all have them in our lives or have had in our lives at some time or another. But first, let's talk about who are they, how to spot them. So the first thing to look out for is when toxic people try to control you. So a lot of people will project control onto other people when they don't have control in their own lives. So toxic people look for ways to control others because they don't feel like they are in control of what's going on in their lives. And so sometimes this can be subtle manipulations, or it can be outright controlling, bossing around, or very blatant manipulation. Also, toxic people totally disregard the boundaries that you have set. If you're always telling someone to stop behaving in a certain way or stop doing certain things and they continue to do it, that person is probably toxic. To well-adjusted adults and healthy people in healthy relationships, respecting boundaries is just part of what comes along with a healthy relationship. So a toxic person really thrives on pushing the boundaries, seeing what they can get away with, and really seeing like if they can walk all over you or if you're going to stand up to them. Does any of this sound familiar yet? I know I have definitely had some of these types of people in my life throughout the years. Toxic people also take without giving. I don't know if you've ever been in a relationship where you feel like it's just you give, they take, but they never give anything back in return. So give and take is the lifeblood of a true friendship or even a family relationship. Even in the family relationship, give and take is a healthy exchange. Sometimes you need a hand and sometimes your friend does. But in the end, it more or less always evens out, but not with the toxic person. They are often here to take what they can get from you as long as you're willing to give it. Also, toxic people are always right. Do you know these people? Do you know someone that, and I'm not saying like everyone that thinks they're always right is necessarily toxic, but toxic people always think that they're right. They're going to find ways to be right even when they're not. They're going to find justifications and ways to convince you that what they did was right for some reason or another. And they will very rarely, if ever, admit when they've messed up, miscalculated, or misspoken. Toxic people also aren't honest. I know that's a big newsflash. And I'm not talking about natural exaggerations or, face-saving little white lies. I'm talking about blatant and repeated patterns of dishonesty. Also, toxic people can be pathological liars. But also, so just be aware that if you are around someone that is maybe even just constantly lying by omission, that could be a sign that that's a toxic person in your life. Toxic people also love to be the victim. The toxic revel in being the victim of this world. They seek to find ways to feel oppressed, feel put down, and marginalized in ways that they clearly are not. This might take the form of excuses, rationalizations, and/or outright blaming. Things are always happening to them. Why me? Why did this happen to me? Nothing ever goes right for me. I'm sure you've heard these things, these mantras that consistently come out of their mouth. Also, toxic people don't take responsibility for themselves or their actions. And this is part of the victim mentality. So victims usually are avoiding responsibility. When the world is perpetually against you, your choices and actions can't possibly be responsible for the quality of life. It's just the way things are. Okay, so now that we've talked about who are these toxic people, sometimes they are inextricably bound in our lives, whether they're our family or they're our work relationships or a significant other or a friend. However, you do have some tools and ways that you can take to preserve yourself from this sort of damage that toxic people cause. So let's take a closer look at those now. So the first thing I want to point out is that don't set yourself up for failure by expecting them to change. If there is one thing I've learned is that toxic people don't change unless they really have a huge self-realization and they put a lot of work into themselves and into like making amends and coming to terms with a lot of things. It is possible, but typically it's probably not what's going to happen. They may think that they will, or they will imply to you that they will change, but most of the time, if you put all your sweat, blood, and tears into expecting them to change, or quote, helping them, really what you're doing is playing into their manipulation, and it's just going to be like banging your head against the wall. So toxic people are not motivated by what's good for them or for their relationship with you. They're motivated by their own problems, their own needs, the own circle of drama that they've created around themselves. So when you give up the desire to change them, it's much easier to let them go, to let the relationship go, and to start healing yourself. Also, you need to establish and maintain boundaries. Now, boundaries are so critical and a really healthy point for all of us in all of our relationships, but especially even more with a toxic person in your life. Toxic people drain your resources by constantly pushing you to work harder to please them, or making you compromise more and more and more. And we talked about this before, making you or manipulating you into giving and giving and giving. This is exhausting, and this transgresses all acceptable relationship boundaries. And so a lot of times, this constant crossing of boundaries is what can also be referred to as an energy vampire. When you're around someone and you walk away feeling exhausted, and it's because it's not because you put in a lot of physical effort. It's just because you've just energetically been around them. You feel exhausted. That is an energy vampire. And usually it's because they have crossed your boundary. Give some serious thought to what you will tolerate and what you won't from partners, family members, colleagues, and friends. When you get a sense that something's not right when you have an interaction with any of these people, run through your mental boundary checklist and enforce these boundaries deliberately and rigidly if you have to. Be your own best advocate. Protect yourself Boundaries are healthy and they should not be taken advantage of, even by the people that you love. All right, next, don't be pulled into a crisis or their drama. Toxic people often make it seem like they need you because they're always in crisis. But the important thing to know is that these are crises of their own making. This is drama they've created. Toxic people create drama deliberately in order to attract more attention and engage in manipulation. So remember this, the next time you're asked to run to their side, you might feel bad, but remember that you're not dealing with a genuine person in distress. You're dealing with someone that is dependent, that is, what do they call that? Codependent. Yes, codependent. And, they are really just sucking your energy to perpetuate their own drama. Also, you can focus on the solution. Don't continually giving away your power and your energy to the toxic people in your life by continuing to worry about them where they're not even around you. Focus on the solutions. Focus on what you're doing good in your life. Focus on the good relationships that you have in your life. Focus on the love that you have in your life. You can choose to be happy even when you have toxic people in your life. And so I would really say, and this has been sort of a practice in my life, is to forgive and forget and clear your energy and clear them out and focus on all the things that are going right, all the people that you have around you that love you, that you love, your great job, or, whatever all those good things are. Practice that attitude of gratitude, focus on those solutions, and eventually these toxic people will vibrate out of your life. Also, make sure you own your difficulties and weaknesses. We all have them. None of us are perfect. And when you're in a toxic relationship of any kind, you'll notice that the other person tends to exploit your flaws. However, you can take the power out of this weapon of exploitation and prevent them from using them against you by simply getting to know yourself and learning to accept your weaknesses, and perhaps even starting to address them and work on them yourself. Balance them against your strengths. Believe and know that you are a good person. You are of love and light, and commit to self-improvement. That way, it'll be old news when a toxic person tries to highlight your perceived flaws and you won't be easily manipulated by such a tactic. Also, it helps to understand projection. Part of removing toxic people from your life involves reducing their power over you and your emotions. And that requires recognizing that they are not really seeing you when they're hurting you. In truth, they're projecting onto you the parts of themselves that they don't want to acknowledge or accept, so that they can pour all their suppressed self-hatred into attacking you. See their cruel behavior for what it is, a way of avoiding the truth about themselves. Have you ever heard of that saying, the mirror, the negative things in your life are a mirror's reflection of your internal condition? And so I have spent a lot of time thinking about this, especially early on when I started down my spiritual path and my self-work, because at one point I had a really toxic work environment, and I kept thinking to myself, if what about this toxic environment is a reflection of my internal condition? And, it turned out that it triggered in me my victim archetype and teaching myself to stand up for myself, but also too, each one of us is an individual player in every situation. And so from the other people in the situation, if you look at it from the perspective of the mirror and the reflection of their internal condition, the way people treat you says more about themselves than it does about you. And so I always remind myself, and I remind my clients, that the way people treat us is a reflection of the other person's internal condition. We don't have much control over that, but what we do have control of is how we react. So when we understand that and that dynamic, it can take a lot of the emotional distress out of it. So just keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that they may resist. If they sense that you are starting to be empowered and not susceptible to their manipulations, they are going to resist and pitch a fit and try to get your attention in any way they can. I know for a fact that some toxic people in my life, whenever they feel ignored or they feel like they're not getting enough attention, they throw tantrums. It doesn't matter how old they get, they will still throw a tantrum. So also, they may increase their previous tactics tenfold, but eventually they will back off and look somewhere else or for someone else to meet their needs. If you just don't respond, don't engage with them, don't give in when their behavior escalates, and instead remind yourself that you're teaching both yourself and those around you that the old behaviors are no longer working, and you are setting a boundary of love and light, and you have to be firm with what you are and are not willing to put up with, and what you are and are not willing to be around and surround yourself with. So again, the boundaries is tying back into this, and be strong. Don't, I'm sort of trying to dance carefully around some issues and people in my life, but I will say that I have been exposed to a relationship dynamic where there was a toxic person, and this person knew how to act and manipulate in order to get what they wanted. And there were people also in the dynamic that would say, just give that person what they want, so they will be quiet, so they will go away, just give them what they want. And eventually that became such a pattern. And the person that was doing the manipulation is not a stupid person. They are very intelligent. So they recognize when they're able to get what they want, when they're able to get away with it. So don't be weak, be strong. Don't do it just to, quote, get them to be quiet and go away. You can do it. You can resist. And eventually they will stop coming to you because they know that they won't be able to get what they want. So also, choose your battles carefully. Make sure that the conflict with toxic people when you're in a conflict with a toxic person, it requires huge amounts of energy. Just remember, you don't need to engage in every fight that they might try to instigate. Instead, save that energy for looking after yourself, for nourishing yourself, nourishing the good relationships in your life, and nourishing all the good and healthy things that are in and around your life as well. Surround yourself with healthy relationships. Removing toxic people from your life can be deeply painful, as you may deeply care for some of these people. They may even be family members. So, in spite of how difficult it is to have them in your life, sometimes they just need to be purged. And you can send them away with love and light and forgiveness. So definitely, even if you're trying to, remove a toxic person from your life, don't send them away with malice and hatred in your heart. Send them away with love and forgiveness, because, what we put out into the world comes back at us, right? And so we want to fill up our lives with all the good things that we can, good people that love us, people that we love, people that nourish us, food that nourishes us, music, all these good things, so that it'll crowd out the not so good things. And I talk about this in my coaching, with my coaching clients too, in their relationship with food. I really talk about the crowding out concept. So if you fill up your plate, fill up your life with so many good things that there's just not room for the bad stuff. So infuse that into your relationships as well. And like I said, eventually those toxic people will fall away. So those are my practical tips for you. And now I want to get into what I consider the super fun stuff, the energetic ways to help you get rid of those toxic people and toxic relationships in my life, in your life, in all of our lives. And earlier I talked about a work situation that I had a few years ago, and that was also at the beginning of my path as a Reiki practitioner and eventually a Reiki master. And so I really did use these energetic tips and tricks and tools to help shield myself, help protect myself, help upgrade the energy of my workplace, even upgrade the energy of my household. And so definitely I want you to think about where you can implement these when I'm going through them. Do you have a roommate relationship that maybe is not so great, or something going on in your home life? Do you need to upgrade your household? Do you need to upgrade your workplace, your office? Do you need to shield yourself? So I'm going to go through some fun energy protection, psychic protection tools. And like I said, just think about where you can implement them and if they resonate with you or not as we go through them. And so definitely whatever resonates with you, definitely take with you and start to use. And if there's something that doesn't resonate with you, just let it go. No big deal. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so how do we protect ourselves from negativity and toxicity? The simple answer is with intention and light. The great thing about using light to physically protect yourself and psychically protect yourself is that it blocks out lower vibrations of negativity, fear-based constructs, and lower energy entities. If you've taken on any of these sort of things, it also helps to repel them from your energy field. You'll be filled with so much light and truth and love that the lower vibrations will quite literally be repelled. This releases them into the divine light and over to the angels and up and out of your energy field, leaving you bright and filled with love. Doesn't that sound nice? All right. So when do you use this psychic protection? Psychic protection is something you can do when you're standing in line, when you're on the phone, when you're out in public, or when you're at home just about to leave the house, or maybe first thing when you wake up in the morning. Whenever you sense negative energy entering your space, thoughts, or vibrational field, it's a sign to use one of these psychic protection tools that I'm about to go over. If you're feeling depressed, fearful, moody, or you've snapped at someone, that's a key sign that you have taken on some harsh energy or that there's low energy around you. Psychic protection will cleanse you, protect your aura, fill you with light, and shift you back into alignment with a centered, empowered, and awakeness of light that you authentically are. So just in case there's any doubt, we are all energetic beings having a human experience. And what that means is that we really are just really made up of energy and light. And that's a spiritual concept, but that's also reinforced by the laws of physics. So even though I'm an energy practitioner, I'm a Reiki master, I'm also a scientist. I have a bachelor's in biology, I have a doctorate in pharmacy, and so I have a large base of my history and my education based in hard science. But I also love practicing with energetic tools. So, and that's one of the things that I've learned over the years, and one of the things that really resonates with me is that I know that these energetic practices they work, and they are real, and they are truth because they are also based in science, which is also, if you think about it, like the word metaphysics, that's why. So I just want to point that out if in case there's anyone out there doubting, like, is this real? Will this work? Your intention is very powerful. And so by just having the intention of working with this light, that's really going to be one of the main bases for it. And then as you call in the guides and angels that you personally work with, that also gives it another level of power. All right, so one of the first things that you can do is surround yourself with an orb of white light and love. So imagine that you are surrounded in a pulsing orb of white light and love. This orb of light serves to release any negative energy within its field into the light. So visualize negative energy and entities and memories or stuck and stagnant energy being released from your mind, your body, and your spirit. Know and visualize the presence of your angels who take all this negativity in its forms and release it into the light. So practice this throughout your day. Before you maybe if you know you're going to encounter some draining people, situations, or places, you can go ahead and put up this orb of light around you. And this will automatically help you repel and release the negativity or dense energies into the light. If you feel like your orb needs a little boost of power or a cleanse, call upon Archangel Michael, who will readily, willingly, and effectively come to your assistance instantly upon your request. So here's the thing about working with the angels. They are always around us, but they do work on the premise of free will. So you have to call on them and you have to accept their help. Another powerful technique for psychic protection is to visualize you're surrounded by a mirrored ball of light, which effortlessly reflects any negativity away from you, while allowing love and well-being to remain. Although this mirrored ball technique may seem simple, it's extremely effective and powerful, especially when you're around large crowds with multiple sources of negativity. A slight variation of this technique is to visualize a mirrored light suit of body of armor all around you, kind of like this, you're the Silver Surfer. I personally like to use this mirrored ball technique daily before I go in for my shifts at the hospital. The next tool is affirmations and prayer. Thoughts, intentions, and prayers are useful psychic protection tools as well because they can help you build a field of positive energy around you. Simply thinking or saying, "All is well, I am safe, I am experiencing the love and light that is all around me," can be helpful in shifting your vibration away from fear and back into love. You can also invoke Archangel Michael, Uriel, or even Jesus, as he's an ascended master, in a similar way by simply stating their name and inviting their divine presence and frequency to protect and uplift you. Affirmations like, "Only love remains in my presence," or "I am surrounded by love and light," are powerful forms of psychic protection, especially when you can say them and feel them and believe the truth behind these words. So I'll have to say this about affirmations because there's a lot of things about affirmations out there. And the key behind an affirmation being effective and working is that you believe it. And a lot of us, especially in the Western world, operate from the premise of, well, I'll believe it when I see it. But for affirmations and manifestations to work, you have to believe them before you see them. So if you're going to use affirmations and prayer, pick thoughts and intentions and prayers that resonate with you and that are meaningful for you. So if these archangels don't resonate with you or you don't work with ascended masters, then don't invoke them. But maybe you feel like your grandmother or mother who has passed away is your guardian angel. So maybe work with one of those. So pick an angel or a spirit or a guide that resonates with you, that you have a personal relationship with, and ask them to come in and protect you and work with you. Ask them maybe during your meditation to send you some affirmations that you can practice. because it's the power behind what you believe that is also a key here to having these be effective and protect you and cleanse you and uplift you and energize you. So having that said, I'm going to talk about angels of protection. Now, I personally didn't used to work with angels, and angels didn't really resonate with me because I still had a lot of hang-ups surrounding my Southern Baptist upbringing. But once I became attuned to angelic Reiki and I became an angelic Reiki master, I really released and let go all of those old pretenses and hang-ups, and I have opened myself up to working with the angelic realm, and I can tell you now that I love it, and it is so powerful and so enriching. So if it's something that you're curious about, you can contact me, and I'd be happy to talk more about angelic Reiki or just working with the angelic realm, or maybe we can do an entire podcast just on working with the angels. But right now we're just going to do a short little tidbit about working with angels for protection. Angels are always ready and willing to assist you in releasing your past pain and protecting you from external negative influences. All you have to do is ask for help when you are in need and be open. So I'm going to say that again. You have to ask for the help and then be open to receive it. When you ask, your angels, guides, ascended masters, and the divine will always come to your assistance in one way or another. So it might not show up in the way that you expected it to or that you thought it would, but know that, sometimes the solution is greater than you could have ever imagined. A simple mental request of, angels, surround me with your love and light to shield my energy now, is enough to invoke the powerful energy of your angelic team that is always waiting to serve you. I'm going to repeat that again. They are always waiting to serve you, but you have to ask them to come in, and then you have to be willing to receive what they have to offer. You can use any of the visualizations that we just talked about separately or even together. So you can surround yourself with the great white orb of light, and then you can visualize it with the mirrored ball around that, reflecting out all the negativity while holding in the love and light. And then you can call in your angels of protection. So that would be an example of using all the tools that we just went over together in unison. Or you can use them individually, however they resonate with you. So once you're protected, that's one aspect. But also, you need to clear yourself and your space on a regular basis, especially during that time when I was working in the toxic work environment. I had to energetically and physically clear myself on a daily basis almost. So I'm going to go through really some quick clearing tools and tips. And first, I'm going to start with your home and different rooms of your house. So if you have a toxic living situation or someone that you don't have the best relationship with living in your house, or vice versa, maybe you're living with someone due to whatever situation you're in for the time being. Let's say maybe you're renting a room in someone else's house. You can smudge your room, you can smudge your whole house, and you can call in the angels and the guides and your spirit guides and ascended masters to also help you clear and uplift that energy. And so you can also do this with your office or your place of work. And let me also say that you don't have to physically be there to do this either. You can do it remotely because your intention transcends time and space. So let's say you're at home and you are getting up that morning to go to work, and it's probably going to be a rough day, or maybe you're going to be working with someone that carries with them this toxic cloud. So you can immediately start sending love and light and angels to your place of work. You can do your surrounding and protection processes, and you can ask the angels to clear your office, clear your place of work, and to energize it and to raise its vibration all day long or while you're there, whatever it is that you want your intention to be, and know that your angels and your guides will do as you ask, because they want your environment to be of your highest and greatest good. And so that's one of the phrases that I always like to infuse in my intentions and prayers too, either for my highest and greatest good or for all of those around me for their highest and greatest good. So make sure that you do that as well, because it's not, just for selfish purposes, but really because all of our highest and greatest good is love and light, right? Like we are all made of love and light. So just keep that in mind too. And so the next thing that I want to talk about is clearing your body and your aura. So you can physically do this with a salt bath, and you can use essential oils or different kinds of salts, or some baking soda as well. Sometimes some turmeric, or maybe some bentonite clay, depending on your piping system. But salt baths are a great way to both cleanse our physical body and our energetic body. You can literally smudge yourself with sage. So if you light your sage stick, you can take it around your aura. So your aura is, if you stretch out your arms, it should be about their circumference all around your body from your wingspan. So if you think about that, you can sage all around you. And then also, I really love the visualizing the waterfall of light. So that's funny. I smell something burning right now as I'm talking about the sage. And I'm sitting here with a friend of mine. I'm going to ask her, do you smell that? Okay, maybe it's just me. That's so funny. Okay, anyway, so let's talk about the waterfall of light. I swear to God, I smell sage right now. All right, essentially, call in your angels, and with their help, invoke a waterfall of divine light to flow down from the heavens, flow all around you, cleansing and uplifting your energy completely, and filling up your mind, body, and spirit with the highest vibration of divine light and love. This process works instantly to dissolve all that is not love into the light, and to effortlessly help you shine brighter, raise your vibration, and infuse your energy with more love and light right now. The good thing about invoking the waterfall of light to cleanse your energy is that you can do it anytime, anywhere, and you have an entire team of angels to support you and make sure it works. So again, like, you can do this first thing in the morning to energize you. You can do it at night before you go to bed to clear out all the negative stuff that you may have accumulated through the day. I like to do it while I'm in the shower in the morning, so that I have that extra sort of physical reinforcement of that visualization. So it's just a really great tool that you can take with you anywhere. Another tool for clearing the toxic energy, situations, and people from your life is to cut the cords. We all have energetic cords that attach us to those things and people that we come in contact with. Some are beautiful golden cords, others are twisted and dark and deep. Archangel Michael is the most wonderful ally for working with cord cutting. At any time, you can simply ask, Archangel Michael, please cut any and all cords that no longer serve me and drain me. I ask this according to divine will for the highest and greatest good for all, and so it is. He will step forward and cut the cords that drain you and no longer serve you. Without awareness of what cords are attached, where they come from, and where your energy is and was flowing, it's quite likely that the cord will reattach. So start to pay attention to those toxic people that keep resurfacing, or situations that keep resurfacing. This is a sign that you're still etherically connected. If this happens, you have a couple of options. The first is to consistently ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords. The second option is to stand in your power, and I recommend both of these simultaneously. Claim your power and be aware of your energy. Recognize where your energy is flowing and where you are leaking it. Are you giving your power away? Are you giving your energy over willingly to other people and situations? Remember those boundaries we talked about earlier? This is your chance to respect and uphold your boundaries. Be strong. Don't be a doormat. Don't let those energy vampires suck you dry. Call on your guides and angels and Archangel Michael for help. They want to help you. They are here for you. The final step that I want to talk about today before I guide you through the invocation of golden light is to call back your energy. At the end of your day or at the end of your meditation, or maybe whenever you feel drained, call back your energy. When you complete this practice, all energy that is rightfully yours that has been drained or leaked out consciously or even unconsciously returns to you cleansed and purified. You can think or say aloud, I now call back all my energy that is rightfully mine, cleansed and purified. Then visualize your energy spiraling with golden light. As your power, confidence, energy, and light returns, cleansed and purified, it spirals in, weaving back into your light body, into your aura, and into your heart. When you're in this focused state, it's easy to notice if your energy is being drained or leaking from somewhere. So also tune in and pay attention to that, because these are areas that you might notice some other physical symptoms manifesting in. If it is, now you know what to do. You can cut the cords that are draining you, call back the energy that is rightfully yours, and stand in your power. Doing this can make such a huge difference in your life, your energy level and radiance, and even the world. You can then overflow the light and ripple it out beyond you, towards all that you love, those that you want to heal, your community, and even the whole earth. Okay, so I hope these tools will help you and give you some power and things to do to protect your energy, to raise your vibration. And the more you practice these and the higher your vibration gets, those low vibing people and situations will literally vibrate out of your life. So it's not that you really need to even do anything specific in terms of action or confrontation with these people or situations, but just working on your own energy and raising it up and cutting the cords and doing the energetic waterfall of light. All of these things will help you to vibrate at a higher level and will automatically then keep those lower vibrational people away from you. Okay, so finally today, before I finish out this episode, I want to take you through a visualization. And this is a process to protect, to psychically protect yourself with golden light. So sit back and relax, get comfortable, start to breathe deep. If you're driving, maybe you can go through this process with your eyes open, but still paying attention to what you're doing. But if you're in a place where you can be still and quiet and peaceful, that is ideal. So again, close your eyes, take a deep breath, let it all out, let everything go. Take another deep breath in, and this time with a big release, haw it out. Let it all go. Take another deep breath in. Feel your abdomen expand, your diaphragm expand. And release it all out. Empty all the air out. Begin by focusing into your heart space. Visualize a light glowing in your heart center, golden light. And also be aware of your aura around you. Tune in, See how it feels right now before we start the process. Is it contracted? Is it maybe a little unevenly distributed around you? Is it cloudy? What color is it? Whatever it is, that's okay. It's just you are where you are. Acknowledge it with love and acceptance. We are about to raise your vibration and clear out some of that clutter, energetic clutter. Call in your angels, your spirit guides, the guides of the highest truth and compassion and love, those of your highest purpose. We call in only the highest and best, purest light and love energy. If there is anything or being or energetic substance around us that is not of the highest love and light, we ask for it to leave now. We call out to Archangel Michael and the entire angelic realm. Enter into this time and space to cleanse and protect our energy on every level. We ask this according to divine will for the highest and greatest good for all. Breathe light into your heart space, the beautiful golden light. And as you exhale, let your golden heart light expand. Let it expand and get bigger in your heart. And with each breath in, you bring in more light. And with each exhalation, the light grows and gets bigger. So maybe it grows and it's as big as your torso. Now it's expanding above your head and your toes. Now the golden light is stretched out all the way around and through and to meet your aura. Create this golden sphere of light, protecting your mind, body, and spirit. This is protecting you on every level from anything that is not of your highest good and is not in alignment with your true purpose. Now visualize golden orbs around all of your chakras, all of your little energy centers. If you're not familiar, then just visualize a golden channel up through your spine, from your crown all the way down to your sacrum. Visualize the golden orb of light around you that is becoming stronger with the help of your team and your guides and your angels. Visualize the light from every direction from the angelic realm, strengthening your shield and your aura. See all the light getting stronger and more powerful and brighter. Focus in the center of your mind, on your third eye, in the center of your head, and see that golden orb becoming bigger and stronger and expanding. See it vibrantly glowing with the golden light of the sun. Breathe deep. Breathe in this light, and as you breathe out, Just let everything go. Allow the golden light of the sun take over. Seeing it expanding from your mind's eye, from your third eye. See it expanding from all of your chakras until the light is merging into one big light. See it expanding further out of your physical body, out into your light body and your aura. You are a ginormous sun of light, golden, powerful, vibrating so high. It feels like a wonderful, warm hum. See the light coming in through the heavens, down through your crown chakra, all the way down through your physical body and out through your feet and down into the wonderful, beautiful Mother Earth to her fiery center core. So your powerful golden orb of light is now connected to the center of the earth with Mother Gaia and her powerful, fiery golden center. Feel the power of her grounding as she merges her energy with yours. Feel all of your energy come back to you. All of the energy that you've given away, all of the energy that you've allowed to be leaked out or sucked out by other people or situations. Feel it all coming back from Mother Gaia and her strong, powerful earth supporting us every day, every minute of the day. She gladly shares her energy with us as she knows that when we stand in our power and we are the embodiment of light and love, that it is a true circle, a reciprocation. What you put out is what you get back. That is the law of the universe. Let's focus that in the most positive way possible. Feel it in your heart. Feeling your heart get so big that you think it might burst. Open your heart up to receive the love. Receive the love of your angels, the love of your guides, the love of Mother Earth. There is so much love, unconditional love out there for all of us. We just happen to need to be open to receiving it. A lot of times through mechanisms of protection, we shut off our heart. But when we do that, then we also shut off the receiving of love. So again, take a deep breath, open your heart, let the light come in, let the love come in. Feel the support by your angels and your guides, your ancestors, your spirit animals, your loved ones that have incarnated into this life. They are your earth angels. Feel their love and support at the same time. Know now that you are protected on every level, mind, body, spirit, throughout all of your energy centers. You are coming into alignment with the crystalline grid of golden light. Feel it lock in into your perfect alignment. This is what alignment feels like. Revel in this moment, in this feeling. You can come back to this feeling in this moment at any time. Repeat the mantra, I am the light. I am the golden light of protection. I am the golden light of protection. Embody this light. You and the light are one. There is no beginning, there is no end. There is only this pure light and love of golden light. You are in a seamless connection with your angels, with Mother Gaia. Imagine the light around you becoming more vibrant. It is accelerating. It is raising your vibration. Maybe you see it as a spiral around you, around your physical body, around your light body. Maybe you see your Merkaba, which is your light body, around your aura, light up and start to spin. Maybe it's already spinning, but it starts to spin faster. The particles are shining brighter. You can palatably feel the vibration increasing. You are on an ascension path. Stop fighting it. Let it take you to heights that you could have never imagined. Once you resign yourself to flying with the angels, you'll wonder why you ever fought it. Allow all those lower vibrations to be pushed out by the new high vibing golden light. Your spinning Merkaba. Allow it to take everything low, gray, dark out. It just spins it right out of your vortex. Release it. Watch it dissolve. Watch it sprinkle into little stars around you. Now we ask the angels to please reach in and pull out any densities, any stagnant or stuck energy that still remains, all of our fear-based constructs, all of our negativity. We surrender it now. Angels, we allow you, we openly invite you to come in and remove all that no longer serves us. Archangel Michael, cut the cords and seal them with golden light, both in our physical body and to the person that they were attached to. We send out forgiveness and love and compassion to all of those that we are trying to release, for we only want to release them in love and light. And we wish that they also find their perfect path of ascension, and so that they can also be happy and healthy. We ask all these things for the highest good of all of those and of ourselves. Thank you, angels, for your help and support. Thank you for coming in this day to participate in this high vibing acceleration of our energy and cleansing and protection and cord cutting. Thank you, guides. Thank you, Mother Earth. Again, thank you, angels. Continue to bask in this wonderful golden light, this wonderful acceleration of your energy and your vibration. Stay here as long as you like. Feel the tingling. Feel maybe the tickling on your crown chakra, or maybe you feel it somewhere else. These are the angels and guides working in that space to release those energy blockages. When you're ready, again, thank your angels and your guides and any other light being that came to help us today. And slowly come back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, open your light to the room. I hope you all enjoyed this episode today. I really enjoyed it. This is some of the work that I do with my clients, and so I wanted to give you guys some practical tools that you could start to implement in your daily life, but also give you a preview if you were interested or curious about working with me. So I incorporate these energy healing techniques both in my health coaching and just in my private practice as a energy medicine practitioner. So you can find me on social media at Dr. Lara May is my handle. It's DrLaramay, and that's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. What else? I have a blog that I release every Thursday, and you can find that at drlaramay.com/blog. And you can also find all of my past blogs there. If you want to hear my other previous podcast episodes, those are at drlaramay.com/lightbodyradio. And right now I am publishing this podcast on Anchor, and it is also under the handle Light Body Radio. So if you are using Anchor to listen to this, I don't know if you've played around with the feature, but you can actually leave me messages or questions. So I encourage you to download the Anchor app, and that way, we can get this to be an interactive conversation, which I really enjoy. And I would love to help you and answer all your questions or take comments that way too. So download the Anchor app, check me out there. I've also been uploading these podcast episodes to Podbean, and then I post them on Facebook and Twitter. So you can pretty much find me anywhere. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I look forward to bringing you more fun information and tools next week. And so I hope you all have an amazing 4th of July weekend. Happy Independence Day, America. And I will talk to you guys next week.